start changing my voice. Let's talk universal justice. Obviously not racist. I'm mixed, and I'm not racist. If someone is short, I don't care. If they're not smart, I don't care. But I know that people who are mildly retarded to fairly retarded are quite capable of seeing that I'm right and of doing the right thing and insisting on doing that thing. So basically, almost no one has an excuse. And those who have some semblance of an excuse certainly aren't capable of redeeming anyone themselves. And so there's no continuing my work after I'm gone. Not even my parents can continue my work. Furthermore, it would be a mistake not to point out that certain groups are far more guilty than others. Okay? No Jews rally and obey God through me. Okay? And even if they did, they are, as a group, arguing that they're chosen by God. And then they're in the left wing, perhaps more than the right wing, controlling movements there inordinately. And some people argue they control every movement. I don't know to what degree. Certainly it's the white Jew and LGBT community. I don't know who controls what. There's Fortune 500 companies. There's corporate partnerships. There's this movement, that movement. There's a lot of stuff, and I haven't researched all of it that much. Okay, so I don't know who controls what, but I do know that they're claiming that they're chosen. I do know there's European guys that claim that they're superior to everyone else. I do know there's rich people claiming they're superior in their respective cultures. The more your culture expresses itself, okay, like the Jews, for example, and says that they're chosen, that they're the way to heaven, the more you're cheating me to the extreme. So if you're parts of those groups, is it not fair, okay, to say that they're going to suffer 1,000 times more than everyone else, them and their offspring in the afterlife? Is that not fair? If you give me no answer in the comments, I'm going to take it as you conceded my point, and that will be the ruling on top of all the other increases that you have caused for your group to have. I'm sure we can all agree it's fair. How can you complain and try to treat God's son like a slave and say, you better not, take it down now? How can you say these things? It's not going to change the fact. If you're about to, throw all your, if you're about to damn your entire people to hell, okay, it's not going to change the facts if you tell someone he better not say that. I mean, why are you worried about me saying it? Why aren't you worried about what you're doing? Okay, that's what's called severe illness. Even an agnostic can appreciate what they're doing is stupid. For no reason, you are persecuting me and cheating me out of my rightful place when people don't believe you anyway, and you're forcing them to believe you, and you're coercing people, and everyone knows it. Okay, that's like saying to me, prove that the sun is hot. It might take, I could write a book about it, and some people would still say that doesn't mean it's hot and it's subjective and da-da-da-da-da. It's what we know for sure in America, in California. We know for sure that there are Jews inordinately influencing society. Okay, we know about the foreign aid to Israel. We know about AIPAC. We know about Hollywood. And we know about the entertainment industry. Okay? We know this. Who doesn't know this? And we know there's people, not every Jew wears a yarmulke. As soon as you see it that way, you're like, wait a second, he's right. Right? It's fucking stupid. So again, I'll give him, say, 48 hours to comment. Did I say 24 before? 48 hours. We'll say, I'll extend it if that's what I said before. To make a viable counter-argument in the comments, then your punishment is increased by 1,000. Okay, we are heading toward the end, okay, of my journey because of extreme poisoning and fuming. My law enforcement have received my reports and complaints. Some of them watch my videos, I'll tell you that, okay, and they don't do anything about it. We're heading toward the end. Your extreme selfishness and negligence and sexual immorality knows no bounds. Next they'll say Ron Jeremy wasn't a Jew. Bernanke wasn't a Jew. That's what they'll say. They'll say Rothschilds aren't Jews. When do they take responsibility for their part? I never even heard a Jew begin to argue that there isn't a major Jewish conspiracy. I never even heard that. They haven't even tried to defend themselves. How can you have all these accusations leveled at you and you say, oh, that's just a conspiracy theory? That's not enough. People were saying the gay agenda is just a conspiracy theory. Now look how many gays there are now. And obviously, they're corporate sponsored. George Soros is an example. And their intention was to put the gays in the forefront, and they didn't even hide it, of the Black Lives Matter movement. That's the gay agenda. There's gay lobby groups, gay business roundtable. Okay? How can you say there's no Jewish agenda? Are you arguing AIPAC doesn't exist? Are you arguing that all these Jews that live in California, there's probably more Jews in America than in Israel? And you're going to argue that they have no responsibility whatsoever for sitting there on their fucking ass while the top martial artist ever is commanding them in the name of God to rally and obey and to put him on his stand, to give him public recognition. All these rich people, they don't do that. Instead, they say, I am chosen, me, right here. Do you don't think there should be punishment forever for that? How could you be so disingenuous? How could you be so childish?